With the modified Firefly all ready for that external project, we can now turn our attention back to our regular restorations. Daryl has been working hard on the Wespe, fixing up linkages and getting our engine properly mounted. Now that Steve has some breathing room after Oz Armourfest, we can finally turn to the final drives. We need to pull these apart to check their condition. It'll be critical to have these refurbished and fitted to the hull so that Daryl can get an accurate final position for the transmission and engine. It'll be the first time in over 80 years that the insides of these parts have seen the light of day. We have no drawings for these, so we're not really sure what we're about to run into. Hopefully it shares a bit of similarity with the setup in the Stug 3.
Get a nice shot of that felt. Daryl loves some felt. I'm being serious, I'm not being facetious. Is that reusable?
Possibly.
That's pretty common in these types of seals. It's cut diagonally like that, so you get a bit of overlap there, which helps the sealing. It's been impregnated with some rust from the housing.
Can they go from that spot?
Yeah.
I reckon we soak that in oil, clean it up.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
Oh, perfect.
Happy with that?
Yep.
You happy?
No, because it's lift up, go up,
Up.
go up, up. Over there. Because there's no way we'll get it to sit on its end unless we have a way of securely holding the thing on.
I just wonder if we can get on a eyelet on there and an eyelet on the other side when the time comes. You know what I mean?
Hold it. Yeah.
What are these bolts for? Are they still holding it together, Steve?
You can see the part joint here. So we're thinking that we may be able to quickly sort of reduce the size of the assembly that we're working on by splitting the thing apart, so we break it into sort of some bite-sized chunks. And as long as we're not forcing anything, we can then work out what the correct order of assembly is, because with a lot of this German stuff, you realise that it often goes together very differently to how you pulled it apart.
They're different size.
We've been caught out before, so Steve is going to mark each bolt and its location in the housing, just to be on the safe side.
Bolts aren't exactly tight.
Well, I've been protected, thank goodness. Mud guard and...
No, but they weren't originally torqued up that tight to begin with.
So what have you got there, Daryl?
Oh, just a jacking bolt. There's thread through this first part.
So it'll push apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
It's definitely moving apart. Has it bottomed out yet? I don't think. That deserves a bit of time in the limelight, you know? Somebody's put a lot of effort in to make a little persuasion device like that.
Little mini wedge.
Yeah.
It needs to be coming apart evenly, and we're having a bit of trouble doing that while it's on its side. So we're going to flip it over and work it apart that way.
Watch that strap, doesn't want to slip off. You want a hand?
Hold it there. Can you side shift over to the right a bit?
That's it.
Go down.
Go down. Easy, easy.
Not dodgy at all.
It's definitely shifted it.
You want to tighten up some of the bolts again?
Yeah, we can start putting a bit more torque on everything. It's leaping apart. Start. We can graduate on to the next
Side wedge.
next tool, Daryl.
Wedge hammer. Closed up there a bit, Evan. You wanted to track down some bigger wedges. Well, that's what I heard.
Bring some sort of
You want some pry bars?
some pry bars.
Yep.
Especially the ones that are not so humongous. I've got a couple of real big ones here. Pop one out. That looks like it's actually let go. Daryl, I think we'll find that it's just because it needs to
Come up even.
come up evenly on here. So
Oh, look at
Put
that.
some blocks under there, some sort of block to keep
what
it
I
up high.
actually think, yeah, blocks would help too, but we now need to think about what can we use to lift this thing off with so that the strap doesn't fall off.
If that's threaded, that one there, we can put a lifting eye there, and we can put a lifting eye on this one here.
All right, that's all we've got time for.
Yeah,
This-
yeah.
I've got a hair and nail appointment to go to.
Gee,
Happy with
that's your second arsey bloody move for the
It
day.
has to happen occasionally.
Yeah. Nice.
Here we go.
You go. How you sitting the flat?
It's sitting flat at the bottom,
How's your weight cut?
but seems to be fairly.
I don't have my podgy bar in there at all.
No, me neither. But it seems to be sitting nice and securely. So let's get
Just
going.
get ready to jump back. I'll
Yeah.
go up.
But nice and slowly. Just keep your hands out of the way, Coach. That's all right. Get back.
Helping us out here is Toby from Armour. He's doing some volunteering and getting some work experience with us.
Good.
You good?
All right, just stop it there for a sec. It's a significant tight spot. That could be because of gunk in there, or it could be a great big sort of rust spot.
Lovely.
It's come out pretty easy. Trick is to get it out without it pinging off,
Bending.
smashing you in the face.
Yeah.
That's more. Bending it, you can always replace it, but if it pings off and smashes you in the face, you can have a
That's fair.
bad start to the day.
Left.
Normally this would be a big no-no, getting the bearing out by whacking it on the inner race, but because it's jammed, it's not going to be much of an issue. And we want to try and save this seal because this is a oil seal, and Daryl and I were looking at this last night. Can you see how springy it still is after 80 odd years? So it's more than likely we can keep that seal in there. Here we go.
At last.
Finally. Yeah, there's that rubber seal, and it's nice and
Firm yet springy.
springy.
Nice one.
It's like a very well cooked steak. It's the same seal manufacturer as what did the seals in the Stug 3 gearbox, so
Oh, really?
yeah.
Ah.
So it's likely that you get some of the usual suspects turning up.
Simmerspring. Nice.
Let's see if we can understand why it wasn't turning. Good metal to metal contact with an oil film where the rollers are, so it protects it from corrosion, but either side of it, it allows that to sort of build up. This bearing is easy to get and
Yeah.
it's reasonable cost, so rather than trying to save money on things like this, we'll just go ahead and replace the bearings. That's the easiest thing.
Steve's made this bolt-on fixture out of 2 pieces of I-beam, just to hold it a bit more securely while we disassemble the piece.
Reasonably secure.
Yeah,
So what's the plan of attack here now, Steve?
the pinion shaft, I believe, is holding together the brake drums and the steering clutch assembly in here. So I figure that splitting this assembly here will give us access inside to be able to remove the ring gear and then whatever's retaining the pinion shaft in there. So then we should be able to pull the whole thing apart. We've got another set of case bolts here which bolts the 2 halves of the unit together as well too. So that might be another avenue of how we split the assembly apart. What do you reckon, Daryl?
I'll go with what he said. Bolt there as well for jacking it off. Is there one on the other side there?
There we go. First thing of the day, make sure you ring a little chime every time Daryl says.
Yeah. Everyone watching can take a shot whenever you hear Daryl jacking off.
I didn't say off.
Yeah, yeah.
Jacking bolt.
Yeah.
For jacking it off.
Oh, I'm just having a look to see what's in there so that before we go sort of digging around too much, to get an idea of what's in there. That's where the drive pinion.
After a bit of a recce with the bore scope, the boys feel confident enough to start pulling things apart. And our first hurdle, everyone's favourite, split pins through castellated nuts.
Yeah. Wiggle, wiggle. Yeah, they wiggle.
No wiggle.
However, unlike nearly every other split pin and castellated nut that I've seen in this place, these aren't completely rusted solid and pull out fairly easily.
Don't tell anyone, alright?
That's okay, they got the warning.
I'm sure there's plenty of people wincing every time I do this. I can
Only the people that don't know.
I can almost hear the clickety clack of thumbs on glass.
They all come out really easy, right?
Yeah. No heat required.
Yeah, that's what we like to hear.
we haven't had to call for reinforcement.
No, not yet.
Daryl to come to the rescue with his
Blowtorch.
oxy torch. Last few here, we've only got a few left to go.
Yep.
Because I think you should be around when it comes to the big reveal, so that
Well, if I'm going to pull the other one apart when you're not here,
so that when you're putting it all back together again,
mate,
you know how it all goes back together.
knee bone connects to the leg bone. How good has it been, had oil in it, been
Oh.
all this time?
Game changer.
Yeah. I'll give you a multi-bit tool.
Oh, where's the hammer part of it?
Yeah.
But what I'd like you to do is just as soon as you take the get the nut off, screw it back on so that, because I'm pretty sure they're indexed in place.
Fortunately, this piece also has threaded holes for jacking
that
bolts
one?
as well,
Well,
which should
mine's on
mean
the top.
pushing this piece apart will be a lot easier.
Because I'd say that there'll be a machined edge that it fits together in.
I'm not down yet.
I'm not either. But
I think yeah, you're pushing it apart.
You want me to go a bit?
Where you've got a precise machine fit like this, you want to have it coming off evenly so it doesn't pick up in one side. I'm wondering if it's going to go twang and there's going to be springs and gears and all sorts of stuff.
No.
Small birds
Surely
flying
not.
out.
Which it would be if there was a bearing somehow in there.
I think there's a machined edge on the inside of this, so this thing has a precise fit onto
Inside,
here.
inside the gear.
So we haven't got up that step yet.
Go your side. The lip can't be much more than that. I think it'd only be like a 10mm 3/8 lip.
Yeah.
You happy for me to do a bit? We'll get some blocks of steel, like 1/2 inch bits. I'll go and find some.
Pack it.
And we'll undo them, then put them underneath, and we'll tighten back down on them.
That's coming off real easy now, actually.
Easy peasy. Yeah, you can see the line of that that varnishy stuff.
It's just released. Just needed that little bit, huh? Okay, 1, 2, 3.
You've got all the weight.
Here we go.
You've got the gear on your side, but look at Hello. Maybe it's that.
Wow, look at that look at that piece. Massive. So this would be like a solid billet, and it's been machined inside and out. You've got the spline section stuck in the middle there, and look at the construction of the inside drive for the pinion, and this is done just to make it as compact as possible. I mean, look at the amount of casting. It's all cast in one piece. They've got all the casting and then the finishing. That's really something, isn't it? I've never seen the inside drive like that before. The precision fit of this piece into here to give it strength. So the disadvantage of having this type of an inside drive, I can see, is that you have nowhere near the strength you would if you had a giant big gear. But they've changed the game by putting all the strength into this machine housing that goes over the top. It's really quite something.
Looks like a bundt cake pan.
Yeah, it is.
Now, can that go two ways? You want to mark top on that or anything?
I can put top on it, but it's only gonna.
Oh, Steve's favourite. Ding ding.
It's like a bell at a Buddhist temple, isn't it?
You know what, when you're down, like, maybe we'll get back over here and do something over here.
Thanks, Daz.
Thank you, Daryl.
Thanks, Toby.
There is some corrosion on there, but
Surface level.
I've seen far worse. That will clean up. I don't even know if we need to get them shock cleaned or not. This one here is a bit average. This one's here a bit average, but I think they're okay. So what do you reckon about this thing flopping around, Curtis?
Yeah, I reckon. There we go. Give it a strong yank up. There we go.
This is very un-German like that it doesn't have its own separate little retainer in there. Ah, there you go. That's where the locking tab is. So I'm digging in my Stuck 3 archives, right? Trying not to throw things away because I reckon there might be something in here. That's about right, but might actually do the trick.
Oh, look at that.
Hang on.
Compatible.
Yeah, that'll work. I even invested in the effort to walk back to my toolbox to get a proper impact socket. All right, you ready?
Ready.
Need to turn the air supply off.
Ah, that'll do it. Oh no.
That's a design feature to make sure I'm not overloading it.
Yeah. Sacrifice the tool first before the part.
No, it's actually
That's smart.
It's actually more a feature of my bloody terrible welding, actually. So for everyone that was worried that I was overloading it, that's not the case. It's just I found the load rating in my welding. Which is why I should stick to being a mechanic. Ah! Micrometer in my eye adjustment. It's not even tight. The next thing I'll do is I'll actually put some of the bolts back in and use them to gently tappy tap tap onto. Hear that hollow sound?
Yeah.
It's moving. Will drop.
Oh, it's dropping now. Daylight.
When this bolt disengages, I don't know where the light's good, but it's probably going to drop quite a bit once this comes out.
Yeah,
you ready?
Yep.
going to need some help to lift this off, so I'll call for some reinforcements. Here comes the cavalry. Let's just do a test to see how heavy it is. Oh,
It's easy.
so, what, Toby, what if,
Yeah, I can stop this thing from spinning over.
yeah, if you just hold this sort of upright so that it doesn't fall off the bench like it was about to.
Yep.
You right?
Yep.
Shouldn't be too heavy.
Have a look underneath.
Perfect.
How good's this?
Wow.
Primer or whatever they put on them?
And the quality of the casting as well too. So you consider that a thin wall casting as well too, because it doesn't have a lot of material in these places here. That's quite impressive. And then the amount of the machining and finishing that goes on for all the bolts, bolt holes, mounting flanges, bearings, snap rings, cutting out the relief for all the gears. This is another flange face as well too that bolts together. I've got to remember to put sealant on this because that you can see how that's got the remains of the sealant on there.
Ugh.
Some Steve's tofu special.
You've
Mate,
seen worse, haven't you?
yes, I'm liking this. This isn't too bad. Like, I've seen way worse than this, and I think Steve will get this going nicely. The fact is, it still all moves, which is great.
Yeah.
To finish things off, we're going to have a go at pulling apart this steering brake assembly.
Anything?
Once again, we're flying completely blind here. No drawings, just undoing stuff, and basically winging it.
Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, there you go.
Maybe this is actually a way of now being careful with my choice of words here. Maybe this is a way of
Jacking it. So they're little jacking points.
they could be a way that we can put some bolts in to use mechanical advantage.
Yeah.
We've undone everything we can on this side, so we'll turn it around and undo some more stuff on this side. The split pins here are in much worse condition than what we dealt with earlier, but they still come out relatively easily.
Wow, go Steve.
That was an easy one. So what do we reckon, that the thing will just spring apart?
I think so.
It'll fly apart?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
That sounds like it's bottomed out. Broken it.
Certainly dropping a lot of nice oil. What's the bet? This is just absolutely full of oil. And when you open it up, it's just gonna friggin' go everywhere.
As long as it doesn't make its way into the groundwater, I think we're all right.
Yeah, okay. No chance of that. Such a satisfying smacking sound.
Hardly argued at all. see in here,
I can.
the bolt physically won't go back any further because it starts interfering with this brake drum here. So
Right.
I can feel it in my bones that we will be assembling this differently to how we are taking it apart.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's all right.
That's all right.
And
We learn as we go.
try coming from the opposite way. So
That way?
reverse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
try coming from that way.
Ready?
Yep.
We're repositioning.
Repositioning.
We're going to put this upright so that we can bear down on it a bit more evenly than from sideways. It might just help.
Here you go.
Go on.
Hang on. Get this out of the way.
Daryl, you've cracked the code.
I'll do a bit here, Steve, next because I'm tired of here. You right?
Yep.
Give me a lever and I shall move the world.
You want to do same? That's gone.
Right here. Oh. It's coming.
If I pull down on that, you should be able to pull that off, Steve. There.
Would you look at that? Sorry.
Nothing's moved.
Would you look at that?
Planetary.
You know what my first reaction to seeing that is it's like when you lift the back off an old-timey mechanical watch. See, I wasn't too far off when I said I was worried about springs and all sorts of stuff flying out, but look at the craftsmanship and detail that goes into all of this here.
It sure is a beautiful piece. There's still a little bit more disassembly to go on this, but that's all we have time for today. Join us next Wednesday for your weekly tank restoration fix. So until then, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour, and I'll see you on the next one.
Everything rotates.